we got the special call-in guest, Diane Beanwinkle, on the line today. She's going to go ahead and give us her rundown of the 2020 year. Go ahead, Diane.
Hello.
Diane? Diane?
Hello.
Go ahead, Diane. Diane? Hello?
Oh, okay. You ready?
Oh, there you go. Okay, yeah, go ahead, Diane.
Okay, well, I just want to give you my up to September edition of my views on 2020. I'm just not even sure about it because, you know, in January, Australia caught on fire. I don't even know if that fire was put out because we straight up almost went to war with Iran. We might actually still be at war with them. I don't know because Jennifer Aniston and Brad Pitt spoke to one another at an award show and everyone flipped out. But then there was this thing happening in China. Then Prince Harry and Meghan pieced out of the royal family. And there was a whole impeachment trial. And then the coronavirus showed up in the U.S. officially. But then Kobe died and the UK pieced out of the European Union. Then in February, Iowa showed itself with the caucus results and the president was acquitted. And the Speaker of the House took 10 years to rip up his speech. But then who decided this virus named to be COVID-19, which confused some really important people in charge of, like, our lives, into thinking there were 18 other versions of it. But then Harvey Weinstein was found guilty, and Americans started asking, is Corona beer safe to drink? And everyone on Facebook became a doctor. Who just knew the flu, like, killed way more people than COVID 1 through 18?
Obvious.
Then in March, you know what hit the fan?
The
Warren
shit?
dropped out the presidential election, and Sanders was like, Bernie or bust. But then Italy shut itself down. And then COVID, not 1 through 18, officially became what everyone already realized, a pandemic. And then the nationwide state of emergency was declared in the U.S. But it didn't really change anything, so everyone was confused or thought it was still just a flu. But then COVID, not 18, was like, y'all not taking me seriously. I'm going to infect the one celebrity everybody loves and totally infected Tom Hanks.
Oh.
Yeah. But then the Dow took a dump on itself, and most of us still don't understand why the stock market is so important or even a thing. I still don't. But then we were all introduced to Tiger King. Carol totally killed her husband, you know. And Netflix was like, you're welcome. And we all realized that there was no way we were washing our hands enough in the first place because all of our hands are now dry and gross. Well, so then in April, Bernie finally busted himself out of the presidential race. But then New York City became the set of The Walking Dead, and we learned that no one has face masks, ventilators, or toilet paper, or the frickin' Swiffer wet liquid. That one really pissed me off. But then Kim Jong-un died, but then he came back to life. Or did he? Who knows? Because then the Pentagon released the videos of the UFO and nobody cared, and we were like, man, it's only April. So in May, the biblical end times kicked off its historical wokeness forms, and then we learned of those murder hornets and realized that 2020 was the start of Hunger Games, but people forgot to let us know. But then legit protested lockdown measures with AR-15s, and them sports events were canceled everywhere. But then people all over America finally reached a breaking point with race issues and violence. It was ridiculous. Then there were protests in every city. But then people forgot about the pandemic called COVID, not 1 through 18. Media struggled with how to focus on two important things at once. Imagine that. But then people in general struggled to focus on more than one important thing, and the dead whale was found in the middle of the Amazon rainforest after the monkeys stole the COVID 1 through 19 from a lab and ran off with them. And either in May or April, no one is keeping track of time now, that giant asteroid nearly missed Earth. Well, it's huge. Science and common sense just got thrown straight out of the window, and somehow wearing a mask became a political thing. But then a whole lot of people realized the South was actually the most unpatriotic thing ever and actually lost the Civil War.